gentlemen, who's ready to travel and to start having the most incredible travel experiences again? I certainly am. And the team at Wendy Wu Tours can't wait to take you once again and give you the most amazing, the best travel experiences on the planet. Hey, because you deserve this. So ladies and gentlemen, fantastic to see you today and a very warm welcome to our special Italy and Greece travel party. I'm Andy, Head of Global PR here at Wendy Wu Tours, and I am so excited about today's show. We've got a super hot show for you today. But before we dive in, isn't it great to see that finally that red travel list has come right down, and now there are no European countries on the list and no Asia countries on the list. What a great step forward for us all. So coming up today, I'll be chatting to Wendy Wu to find out just what is that special magic ingredients that goes into a Wendy Wu tour, and why Wendy Wu Tours are branching out into Europe. We're saying Ciao Italia, yes, new for 2022. We're packing our bags and taking you to the intoxicating and breathtaking lakes and mountains of northern Italy. Italy's glorious Sunshine Riviera is the setting for our second Italian escapade in 2022 as we head off to Rome, Pompeii, the Amalfi Coast and Sicily on a magnificent and culturally immersive journey throughout southern Italy and Sicily. And ladies and gentlemen, if that wasn't enough, yes, the excitement continues. We're taking you to the country that laid the foundations for modern Western society. Yes, classical Greece is our latest hot ticket for 2022. Plus, after the show, the party continues. Yes, you're invited to our special party room, where you will meet our travel experts and, of course, fellow travellers. And, of course, be able to ask all those very important questions. So please stay with us until the end of the show and then come and chat with us in the party room. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by one of travel's most influential people here in the UK, Australia and New Zealand. A lady who knows a thing or two about escorted touring. Yes, it's Wendy Wu. Wendy, great to see you today.
Great to see you, Andy. Hi, everyone. So wonderful to see you.
So Wendy Wu Tours, multi-award winning, winners of travel's most prestigious awards, the Globes, for a staggering 11 years for Best Escorted Touring Operator, which viewers are equivalent to the Oscars in the travel industry. Plus gold winners at the British Travel Awards for Best Escorted Touring Company, Best Holiday Company to Southeast Asia, and Best Holiday Company to East and Central Asia. In addition, highly recommended by consumer giants Which for their outstanding refund and holiday amendment policy. Lots of awards, Wendy.
Yes.
Obviously, testament to Wendy Wu Tours' excellent team, their expertise, fantastic product and service. So Wendy, I've got to ask you, what role do customers have to play in this?
Andy, the customers are the magic ingredients in all of this. We were first known for China, and our customer loved us so much. We had to create extremely specialized tours for multiple repeat visitors. And our multiple repeat customer told us, please take us somewhere else, as unique and as difficult to do by ourselves, like China. Our customer's wish is our command, and thus we expanded into Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, India, Southeast Asia, Central Asia, then South America. We are now the #1 for China and Japan in the UK and in Australia and in New Zealand. And we won all these awards, as you mentioned. All of this is thanks to our customers' loyalty, patronage, and their word of mouth.
So Wendy, you've been well and truly outstanding in Asia and South America, continents which are understandably unique and very hard to do. So, how come Europe, especially Scotland?
Andy, for 2 years, our passionate team and customers could not go anywhere. When travel returned, many customers say to us, Wendy, we want to go with you. Please take us somewhere that is guaranteed to departure with no quarantine, no testing. So together with our customers, we found the answer in the spirit of Scotland. Within a week, the tour is completely full with a waiting list. This is the first tour we finally able to take our beloved customers away. We are so grateful that we followed our customers' request. And you, once again, rewarded us with your loyalty and patronage. You made the tour completely full so quickly. On behalf of our team, I'm going up to Scotland to thank you and celebrate in person the return of Wendy Wu Tours adventure with our customers.
Well, that's great news, Wendy. But what about the people who've missed out on this inaugural Scottish experience? And you mentioned a waiting list.
Many who missed out told us that for 2 years they can't go anywhere. So this year they wanted the biggest Christmas celebration with us, like on a big Wendy Wu Tours family. So the Christmas in Scotland was born. It is so unique and special. It makes me so happy just to think about all the gold dust included on this tour. The special Royal Scotland Ballet of Nutcracker performance with the best seat in the house on the Christmas Eve. And a special evening on the Royal Yacht Britannia, plus one night on the sister ship of Fangao, plus the opportunity to dress up to your heart content, and maybe win the best dressed competition, only if you wanted to. We heard so many are changing their Christmas plans to try to join us. Please check out the tour on our website. It's already half full.
Yes, Italy and Greece, two countries that have so much in common with China and Japan. The oldest civilizations in Asia, with Italy and Greece having the most influential, ancient culture and history in Europe.
Andy, may I use our customer's words? Our customer said, yes, there are many companies do Italy and Greece, but we love the way you do to us. Dig deep into the culture, history and the tradition. Peel out the pinnacle of the regions and weave it into everyday touring. We felt we have been transported to deep of the country and live extraordinarily and authentically for 2 weeks. We love your guide. They make us feel like a part of the family. Andy and everyone, I just want to explain. Our guides are wonderful. They look after you 24/7, every step of the way. And our tours includes everything. 3 meals a day, every day, all the transportation, and all the attractions. Everything is carefully selected and included to give you the best experience and authenticity, and you would not miss a thing. And that is the magic of Wendy Wu Tours, Italy and Greece. May I quote Julius Caesar, the great Roman emperor? I come, I see, and I conquer. In the very same way, we desire our customer to see, to experience, and to live extraordinarily in our countries, the Wendy Wu Tours way.
So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to feel the warmth of the Mediterranean sun on your face? To indulge in a cuisine that is full of gastronomic delights, and of course scenery, culture and history that is second to none. It's over to Joe Lavers, our Italy specialist, for a tour of La Dolce Vita, Italia. Joe.
Hello, my name's Joe Lavers and I'm the Senior Business Development Manager for Wendy Wu Tours. And today I am really excited to tell you all about our two brand new tours of what is one of my favourite destinations in Europe, Italy. So for me, Italy's got everything a true traveller would want to experience. Its cultural legacy is awe-inspiring, with the remnants of the Roman Empire at almost every turn. The diverse landscape of mountains, the Great Lakes, the vineyards, the stunning countryside, and of course the fabulous food. And it's all underpinned by this character of style and living life to the full. So with a population of 60 million, so similar to the UK, but it's actually almost a quarter larger in landmass than the UK, and it's home to a staggering 55 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and Tuscany alone has more classified historical monuments than any other country in the world. And here's a couple of fun facts. The average Italian eats 23 kilos of pasta a year, and the nation drinks an astounding 14 billion cups of coffee annually. And let me tell you this, I don't care whatever top Italian restaurant you may frequent in the UK, there is nothing quite eating true Italian food in the home country. So we've just launched two tours of Italy, the 13-day Flavours of Northern Italy and the 14-day Secrets of Southern Italy. And both tours, of course, are presented in the distinct Wendy Wu way. As an inclusive tour, including all of your guiding, and we really do have the best in the business, all of your experiences, and no one offers such comprehensive top quality experiences as we do. Predominantly 4-star accommodation, always in great locations, so no staying on the outskirts of a city for our clients, and of course incredible food in great restaurants. So let me take you further into just some of the highlights on these two amazing tours, and we'll start off with the Flavours of Northern Italy. So we start our tour in the fashion capital Milan, and here we'll make our way to Turin through the heart of the Piedmont region with the truffles and wine, the mighty Mont Blanc, stunning Lake Como, the romance of Verona and the glittering Venice, historic Bologna as well, and the glorious landscapes of Tuscany, and we'll finish in the incomparable Renaissance city of Florence. So I'm just going to give you an overview of the highlights of this wonderful tour. As I said, we begin our Northern Italy tour in Milan. And this is Italy's financial hub, where the country's stock exchange is based, and so it's a real modern cosmopolitan central district, but also has a pretty historical quarter, and of course lots of snazzy boutiques and shops, as it is the heart of Italian fashion and design. And we'll visit the colossal Milan Cathedral with a height of 515 feet. It's the largest cathedral in the world, and also the impressive museum, Milan's world-famous opera house, as well as leisure time to shop and just soak up the atmosphere of this fabulous city, which really comes alive at night with bars lining the Navigili canals. And when we depart Milan, we'll enjoy a picturesque drive through the heart of the Piedmont area to Alba, and here we'll learn all about truffles. And then we'll actually take you truffle hunting with our expert and his dog before we sample some truffle specialities paired with a glass of Nebbiolo d'Alba wine. And we'll also visit the wonderful villages of Barolo and Barabesco. And these are real two stars of the winemaking world. And we'll enjoy the Barolo wine cellars as well and have a few tastings. After an evening spent in Turin, we'll travel to Mont Blanc, or as the Italians know it, Monte Bianco, via the scenic Aosta Valley to board a revolving cable car to Punta Helbrona. Now, this is the highest point in the country and the place where Italy really starts to meet the sky, as it were. And up here at just over 3,500 meters above sea level, we'll spend time taking in the unforgettable 360-degree panoramas of Mont Blanc Massif from the viewing platform before settling down to enjoy lunch in the panoramic bistro there. And then we'll explore the beautiful Como region, close to the Swiss border, with a tour of Como town before a lake cruise to Bellagio, often called the most beautiful town in Italy. And as you know, there's many luxurious villas by the lakes, and we may even get a chance to see George Clooney, who knows. We then will be staying in Verona, and we'll have a fabulous evening dinner and an overnight stay, and the following day we'll spend some time in this absolutely stunningly beautiful town. We'll take in the magnificent Roman amphitheatre and, of course, the Romeo and Juliet balcony that Shakespeare fans have been flocking to since the grand tour days of the 1700s. And then we'll drive out of the city centre to visit the magnificent Villa La Rotonda, with time to explore the villa and the amazing gardens before driving out to the island of Venice, our home for the next 2 nights. So if you've not been to Venice, then let me assure you, it really does deliver on everything you've imagined and so much more. I absolutely love Venice many, many times. And there really is nowhere quite like this floating city anywhere else on the planet. We'll take you via a private boat transfer to St Mark's Square. You'll get an orientation walk and before a skip the line visit to St Mark's Basilica. And then we'll visit Doge's Palace and the Bridge of Sighs before we have our lunch. We're also going to take you out to the islands of Murano, famous of course for the fantastic glass making, and you'll have a demonstration in an authentic Murano glass factory. And then on to Burano with its scenic painted houses that the local fishermen live in, and it's also famed for its intricate lace making. Now, Venice itself, I think possibly is even more beautiful by night than in the day, and we'll have dinner in central Venice in the evening. What an absolutely stunning, stunning day. So from Venice, we make our way to Bologna for 2 nights, and we stop en route to see the wonderful Byzantine mosaics of Ravenna. Now, these are considered to be the best surviving Byzantine mosaics outside of Istanbul. And we'll have lunch here as well before we arrive in Bologna, the capital of the Emilia-Romagna region, known for its fantastic food heritage and its medieval architecture. And it's also home to the oldest university in the Western world. Now, although every region of Italy is known for its food, there really is something special about Emilia-Romagna region. Tucked between Tuscany and Lombardy, this fertile region really is Italy's gastronomic capital. So we're going to enjoy some tastings and visits, starting with a small chocolate producer who's been making these fantastic delights since 1796. A Parma ham factory, And then that'll be followed by the sharp, salty flavours of Parmesan at a cheese factory before heading to Villa San Dominio. And here we'll meet a historic producer of Modena's world famous balsamic vinegar and try the beautifully aged vinegar and balsamic jam. Absolutely foodie's delight today. So from Bologna, we head southwest to Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, and we'll visit the Uffizi Gallery, of course, one of the greatest art galleries in Italy and the world, housing the collections of the historic Medici family. We'll also visit the cathedral there, which is often simply known as the Duomo, which was built from 1296 to 1436, and the wonderful Galleria dell'Accademia, which is the home of Michelangelo's David. We'll also visit Florence's beautiful, and they really are stunning, Boboli Gardens, home to the statues of many, many periods from ancient Rome to the Renaissance, and breathtaking pools and fountains. And from Florence, we'll use that as a base to explore further afield in the beautiful Tuscany region, including the UNESCO-listed historic medieval city of Siena. This famous hill town as well, we'll visit with many medieval towers, and our guide will treat you to a gelato from the world famous Gelato Dondoli. Now, this is where gelato is still handmade, and some of their early creations sound fantastic, including the crema de Santa Fina. This is cream with saffron and pine nuts, and what sounds like my favourite, the champelmo, which is pink grapefruit and sparkling wine. And then we will have our farewell dinner of the tour. And this really is something special as we visit the town of Greve in Chianti, where we will enjoy a farewell dinner at the hilltop Castello Viciomiago. This is a 16th century castle, which is now a winery. So we'll visit the vineyards and the wine cellars before dinner in one of the castle's Renaissance dining rooms. What an absolutely stunning tour. So now let's look at our second tour of Italy, the secrets of southern Italy. Now this tour starts in the capital Rome, known as the Eternal City, and you'll see all the amazing sights that the capital has to offer. And of course the smallest country in the world, the Vatican City. We'll make our way to see the villas of Tivoli, through the beautiful Lazio countryside to Naples, spend time in Pompeii, and then 2 nights in the picturesque town of Sorrento, which is perched atop the cliffs of the Bay of Naples. We'll explore all of the delights of the Amalfi Coast, taking a hydrofoil to the island of Capri to see the famous Blue Grotto, and then to the Puglia region with cooking class and wine tasting, and then on to Bari. Now, Bari is an Adriatic port city, and we'll spend some time there before our afternoon flight to Palermo in Sicily, where we'll spend 5 nights before we return home. So Rome, the Eternal City, absolutely stunning and really easy to actually walk around all the major sites such as the Trevi Fountain, the Spanish Steps, the Colosseum, of course, and the adjacent Roman Forum, where you can admire the remains of what was the heart of Roman civilization from its earliest days as a kingdom in the 7th century BC. Of course, we'll spend time in the Vatican City as well, the independent state that is surrounded by Rome, home to the incredible Sistine Chapel and one of the grandest collections of Western art in the world. So from Rome, we're going to travel to Tivoli, and this is a peaceful rural town that has been the escape of Rome's elite for centuries. And here we visit two magnificent but very contrasting villas, the ancient ruins of the Emperor Hadrian's villa and the Renaissance era Villa d'Este, which inspired and influenced the principles of European garden design. And then we'll take a drive through the beautiful Lazio countryside to Naples, where we'll be staying for the evening. So Naples, where the modern pizza was invented, and from here we're going to visit Pompeii. And this really is an incredible site, and it's so interesting. I really enjoyed my time here in Pompeii, and you can just see how well preserved the Roman town is following the eruption of Vesuvius in 79 AD. We will also visit its lesser visited cousin, the Herculaneum. And like Pompeii, it is well preserved by the eruption and the town, but is much smaller, but home to many impressive gems, such as the mosaic of Neptune. So on this tour, we're going to spend 2 nights in the beautiful, picturesque town of Sorrento, perched atop the hills overlooking the Bay of Naples. Now, it's a really lively and beautiful town, lots of multicoloured houses, and it will be our base to explore the delights and delicacies of the Amalfi Coast, this picture-perfect playground of the Campania region. We're going to travel to a place called Matera, and this is really quite an extraordinary town. It's comprised of cave houses and homes carved directly out of the rocky landscape, and it's been inhabited since the 10th millennium BC. You may actually, if you've been to see the recent James Bond film, No Time to Die, it was used in the dramatic opening scenes of that film. And whilst exploring the Sorrentine Peninsula, you'll have the opportunity to try your hand at making Italian gelato. And we'll also take a hydrofoil to Capri. And from here, we'll see the astonishing sea cave, which is known as the Blue Grotto. So we now spend some time in the Puglia region, and we've got some real treats, starting with the unique town of Alberobello. This is characterised by its abundance of truly round houses, which have a conical slate roof, and they're often painted with whitewashed Christian symbols. We'll have a cooking class in Cucina Povera, and this is peasant cooking. Doesn't sound that great, but it really is, using fresh local produce to create simple yet really delicious dishes. And you'll enjoy creating your own lunch under the expert eye of a local. And then we'll further venture into the Puglian countryside to learn about the revival of winemaking here, and of course a tasting, before returning to Alberobello, where we will stay in a truly hotel. Just outside of Bari is the 12th century octagonal castle, Castel de Monte, and which we will visit before spending time in Bari itself, which is a lovely Adriatic port city. And then from here, we're going to take an afternoon flight to Palermo in Sicily, and where we'll check into the hotel before an absolutely delicious Sicilian dinner. Whilst in Sicily, over the next few days, you're really going to discover some fantastic wonders, including Palermo, the city that's been under Phoenician, Greek, Roman, Norman and Arab rule in its history. So it's a true melting pot of influential cultures. And here you're going to enjoy a food market tour with dinner on foot. And this will include a range of Sicilian street food specialities, such as aranici and also panelle and fried vegetables. A really fantastic immersive experience. You'll enjoy a trip east along the coast to the town of Iris, and here we're going to visit the famous pastry shop of Maria Grammatico, and she sold her treats here for decades, and you'll enjoy a tasting of amaretti, nougat and a Genovese pastry served with a traditional local beverage. And then we'll visit Marsala as we visit the Florio wine cellars, which were founded in 1833. And the winery is home to some extraordinary barrel vaults and arched cellars where some 5.5 million litres of Marsala wine are being aged at any one time. So we're going to enjoy a tour and, of course, a tasting of 3 wines with some small food pairings as well, as we learn all about the heritage of Marsala wine. And in the evening, we're going to continue to Agrigento, and Sicily's south coast, where we'll spend the night. So in our last few days in Sicily, we're going to take you to see the splendid Valley of Temples, Mount Etna, and the impressive Silvestri craters, and the incredible views that you get there from the Sicilian coast. We'll spend time also in Taormina. This is one of Sicily's favourite towns. It's got beautiful views over the Mediterranean and Etna rising in the background high on the horizon. And it's a really wonderful place to end our tour. We will visit the well-preserved Greek theatre. We'll enjoy lunch in the town before we then return to Catania, where we're going to be staying, and we'll have our farewell dinner in the evening. So I'm sure you'll agree, 2 fabulous tours of Italy. The hardest thing you've got to decide is which one you want to do first. So thank you very much for joining me on this tour. Just to give you the highlights. Ciao.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see, I promised you it was going to be a hot show today. So you saw it there, Greece in all its glory, the cradle of Western civilization. So to show us more, it's over to Sandra Foreman, our Greece specialist. Kalimera, Sandra.
Thanks, Andy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Sandra Foreman from Wendy Wu Tours, and I'm delighted to bring to you today our brand new tour, Classical Greece. This is a 10-day tour, and you really will immerse yourself in the very place Western civilization was born as you discover the classical highlights, the hidden gems of the Peloponnese and mainland Greece, in the company, of course, of our Wendy Wu experienced and certified English-speaking guides. With some of the most fascinating sights, you'll be enthralled by the dazzling array of ancient sites and captivated by the timeless stories, the myths and legends. The foundation of Western art, architecture, literature and politics are all uncovered on this fantastic tour, along with the vibrant culture of Greece today, where the love of music, dancing, food, wine plays such an important role in everyday life in Greece. And this tour is a real treat, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to take you on a short journey of this tour and give you a flavour of what we have in store. So this wonderful tour starts in Athens, where you'll stay for 2 nights, and it's one of the oldest cities in the world, the birthplace of democracy and the home of some of the most important ancient sites in the Western world. You'll transfer to your hotel in the Central Plaka district, and depending on your time of arrival, you'll have the rest of the day at leisure to absorb the ambience of this beautiful city. And then you'll have a welcome dinner where you'll start to experience the delicious traditional Greek cuisine and join the rest of the tour group. On day 2 of the tour, you'll begin with a guided walk and tour of the Acropolis of Athens and wonder at the sublime beauty of the Parthenon, the Propylaea and the Rektheon and the Temple of Anthea Nike before visiting the nearby Acropolis Museum, which is home to the most exquisite marble, statuary and other treasures. Later in the day, you'll enjoy a stroll along the pedestrianised Dionysios Aeropatitou streets to the Sphinx, a hill known for its panoramic views over the city, including the Acropolis. And you'll round off the day with a dinner at a traditional local restaurant at one of the hidden neighbourhoods of Athens. And it's one of the oldest traditional tavernas, which has been open since 1927. And on your Wendy Wu tour, we will really immerse you into the culture and into the deep-rooted traditions of the areas we visit. And here you can try the snail stew, or maybe the rooster in wine and sauce and stuffed with squid, or you might try the famous souvlaki with the tzatziki and the pita bread. And you'll enjoy the live Rebettic home music, and the food is a real highlight on this tour. And then the following morning, we'll take a short coach ride to the centre of Athens city to explore the main sites of modern Athens today. We'll visit the National Archaeological Museum and a breathtaking collection of some of the most important treasures of ancient Greece. And then in the afternoon, we'll travel to see the Corinth Canal, which connects the Gulf of Corinth with the Aegean Sea. And we'll continue to the ancient ruins of Epidaurus. And here you'll explore the archaeological sites and its impressive theatre. And it's one of the finest and best preserved in Greece, and whose acoustics are still near perfect today. And then finally, we'll arrive at Napilo, and this is one of the most beautiful towns of the Peloponnese. And so much more to enjoy, as this day we have a guided visit to the impressive fortified city of Mycenae with its royal tombs and fascinating museum. We'll next explore the region of Nemea, and this is known for its vineyards, with a local visit to a producer to learn about the winemaking traditions, and of course a chance to have some wine tasting and the opportunity to enjoy the wine that's been made in these vineyards, as we later drive to the mountains and the village of Kaiatina in the Arcadia, where you can learn from a local chef how to make the Porto Calapita and be involved in cooking with the chef. And this is a special orange flavoured cake which is known in the region. And again, you can immerse yourself in all of the experiences that we include on your Wendy Wu tour. Here in the evening, we'll stay in a nearby village, and it's deep in the mountains, and you'll get the real taste and traditions of the dishes of the Arcadia region. And my recommendation is do try the delicious walnut pie. We'll start the following day at Bassi, and this is famous for its great temple of Apollo Epicurus. It's a UNESCO listed architectural masterpiece. And the next visit from here will be the ancient Olympia, and this is the place where the Olympic Games began, and it's also recognised today as a World Heritage Site. The museum here has some of the most impressive works of classical Greek art. And we'll have a perfect end to this day with a visit to a nearby organic honey farm, and you can learn the secrets of the production of the honey and taste the honey, and you may want to bring some of the honey home for your friends and your family, as we head to the seaside at the end of this day for a one-night stay in Katakolo, and we'll have a wonderful seafood dinner. We'll take a drive through the impressive mountain region of Parnassos and then enjoy a tour of one of the oldest wine producers in Greece, Archaea Claus. We'll next discover the recently built archaeological museum of Patras with its incomparable displays. And then we'll leave the Peloponnese Peninsula and stop for lunch at the pretty Narpaktos. and in the afternoon continue along the coast to Gallic City and then inland to Delphi. We'll have dinner at a local restaurant with such magnificent mountain and sea views. Day 7 of this tour, you'll have a guided tour of the ancient Delphi in its lovely mountain settings and also visit the remarkable museum. And it is regarded in ancient times as the culture and the religious centre of the world, and the visit here may well become the highlight of your tour. And from Delphi, we'll drive to Meteora, one of the most important monastic sites in Greece, where you can admire the magnificent views of the rock and formations at sunset. This day is dedicated to exploring the precipitously built monasteries of Meteora and discovering the otherworldly beauty of the region. We'll visit 2 of the most famous monasteries with a climb of about 150 to 300 steps to each. Now, the effort is really well worth it, for the sumptuous views open up over the valley floor while surrounding the monasteries reveal themselves. It is absolutely stunning, and as I say, well worth the climb, ladies and gentlemen. And later today you'll venture into Meteora's forests for a unique truffle hunting experience, rounded off with truffle and wine tasting. And day 9 of the tour, we'll have our first visit to the historic Thermopylae, known for the famous Greek Parisian battle in 480 BC. And then we'll stop at the Kamina Vula for a seafood lunch before arriving back into Athens. Later in the afternoon, you'll have the opportunity to learn to dance in the traditional Greek folk style dancing with instruction from an excellent and experienced dance teacher. And then you'll enjoy your final farewell dinner at the old market of Monostrelaki with the magnificent views of the Acropolis and live Greek music. And then that brings us to the final day of this tour, where you'll depart on your flight back from Athens home, but you'll take away with you wonderful experiences of the most beautiful, comprehensive and most inclusive escorted tour of ancient and modern Greece that is available. This tour does depart in the springtime and in the autumn, so we have departures in May, September and October. So I do hope you've enjoyed some highlights of this magnificent tour we now have on offer for you. Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, so much to look forward to both this year and next. Scotland, Portugal, yes, you've seen those already, and today Italy and Greece. But that's not all, there's more coming in 2022. Roll VT! So, ladies and gentlemen, fantastic to see you today, and we hope you've enjoyed your travels around Italy and Greece with us just as much as we have. We've all had a great time today sharing with you all the exciting news about these new destinations for travel in 2022. And I bet you're thinking, I know I am, I can't wait to get out there now and experience them. So now we're coming to the best part, the party room, where you're going to meet our expert travel team. And you'll be able to ask lots of questions and find out so much more about all the destinations that you've seen and heard about in today's show. Hey, and because this is a party, it's a great opportunity to mingle and have a chat with lots of people who, just like you, simply love travelling. So now you'll see that party room link on your screen. It's really easy, just click on the link and you'll be through to the party room. And do remember, you can ask a question at any time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a real pleasure. We'll see you again soon, but right now, let's head over to that party room. We'll see you there.